What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF the Network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can donate to the channel, go to OBF the Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. All right, man. Let's get into a couple of these clips real quick, people. New York Mayor Mamdani sat down with CBS morning with Gayle King and another dude. And they talk about his first 100 days of him being in office, of him being the mayor of New York. And this is how you supposed to do this shit, right? And I'm gonna say this about Mamdani that I like. He's very, very sharp, right? Like, you know how people be like, oh, he's so very intelligent. It's almost like insulting people sometimes like that. You sometimes people like him, why are we saying he's so intelligent, so smart? We kind of know that already. But he's sharp. Like, this dude literally is sharp. He knows how to answer questions. He knows. It's almost like he's perfect for the positions that he's in. It's like he was groomed to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was ready for this moment. And so, like, shout out to man Mamdani in New York, man. I love Mamdani. That's my dude. I fucks with him. Shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, Brother Bell? But yeah, man. Shout out to him, man. But they're gonna talk about his first 100 days. Gayle King, oh, she's so unqualified to me to even be talking to Mamdani, and that's the problem I have. But let's get into it. And then we're gonna talk about I got another clip coming up. This is why Latino people, this is why black people, like, y'all on your own. Like, this is the reason why. This is one of the reasons why. Because y'all motherfuckers, y'all, the level of ungratefulness that you don't, or I don't know if it's being ungrateful or you just not as educated as you think you are, or you misinformed, or you motherfuckers are just bigots. I just don't get it. But let's get into it.
New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani capped off one of the most impressive rises in modern political history when he was sworn into office in January. The Democratic Socialist became the first Asian American and the first Muslim mayor of New York City. Mamdani is also the city's youngest mayor in more than a century. So how's the mayor doing in his first 100 days? We're going to ask him, but first we asked New Yorkers for a letter grade. Here's what some of them said.
B plus, A.
I think a C plus.
An A. I feel like he's doing an amazing job.
You know, I guess it would be like an A minus, B plus, A minus.
Give him an A.
He hasn't done anything too bad yet, and he hasn't done anything too good yet, so I think a C is perfect for him.
A plus.
Mayor Mamdani got a sense of
listen, you want to listen to your voters, you want to know how they feel. But, like, if you go down the line of everybody, because I think it was the black dude first gave him a C, that's good, right? Like, it's like, all right, you know, it's a black man. So black men, you know, we a little, you know, we kind of who we are a little bit. Then it went to the white girl. It was more, she probably infatuated with Mamdani. She probably liked him. It's like you know how somebody like starstruck or just like somebody. So it could be part of that shit. But you have that shit. And then you have, I think it was a white dude. He gave him an A minus. And then he was an older white dude. Then it was a young white dude. And and then there was a black woman. Right? Now, let me just say this. A lot of the times, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but what I would prefer is to know who these people, what their occupation is. because it would make more sense of the grade that they're giving, right? Because you got to know what certain people issues are, right? So that's my only problem about just like allowing just random people off the street to give a person a grade about policies and shit, right? Because you got to know what these people occupation is and how informed are they, right? That's always my issue. But anyway, I have no problem with them asking them. That's just a pet peeve of mine that I don't like that people do. Shout out my brother Bell in the building. What up, brother Bell? I look at it. I heard about it because I believe Roland Martin did a video about that where Al Sharpton got confronted by FBA. I gotta see it to kind of like listen. I always tell people I'm not an FBA. I'm not with the Al Sharpton, certain part of the black people that we got like that. You gotta remember Al Sharpton, these niggas old, man. Like, so I have a little bit more respect for my elders in a way. So like I feel if they get out of pocket, but I try not to go at them that much. They are elders, bro. You know what I mean? We wouldn't even be in a position right now to even be talking to our elders in the way that we do. So I gotta look at the video and I hopefully I get through this. It shouldn't be long. And we'll look at it. Because I did see that from Roland Martin. But let me get through this. I got you, little bro.
It seems joins us now. You haven't done anything too bad yet. You haven't done anything too good yet. So we'll give you a grade. Well, how do you think you're doing in your first 100 days?
I'll always leave it to New Yorkers to give me the grade, but I will say that I'm proud of what the team has accomplished over the 100 days. I mean, we saw
and that's why he's sharp. Because it's the political thing to say, but actually it's really a real thing to say. Hey, man, I leave it up to the New Yorkers to give me the grade. But on the other hand, I feel like we're doing okay. Like we're doing all right. We're trying to do what we can do. And now, mind you, the man only been in there 100 days. 100 days is what, 3 months maybe? But let's move on.
$1.2 billion secured in a partnership with Governor Hochul to deliver universal child care in our city. We held bad landlords accountable for $32 million, fixed 6,070 apartments. We filled 102,000 potholes, and we did all of this while also returning $9.3 million back to workers and small businesses that have been ripped off by mega corporations.
Yeah, that's all the good stuff, Mayor, but people will talk about the promises that you made during your campaign. 3 of your signatures.
And see how she does. See, this is why you don't trust these Democrats. See, listen, even with my brother LT is saying, like people like Al Sharpton and them. See, these are elders, bro. But they live in this weird ass la land, right? Like you just heard what the man said. Then she was like, "Oh, you promised these things." Listen, Gail, he only been in there 100 days. And he doesn't run the country. Run the state. He got to run shit through people. He's only the mayor. He's not the governor. He's not the people in the Senate of this state. That shit takes time. You got to work that shit out. You just can't get in there and say, look, we're going to do this right now. You can't just do that. Even if you got everything prepared to do it, you still got to run that shit. It's still going to be shit in there where it's Republicans that's on the state level, that's in the Congress, on the state level. You got to run shit past it. You know what I mean? You just can't just go in there and just. I wish he could have just went in there and did that, but you just can't do that. That's why you need Democrats to run everything, so that if they want to do something, they say they're going to do, you can really hold their ass accountable. man, get in there and do that shit right away, because you shouldn't be able to not do nothing because you got Democrats there. But then, like I said, you're dealing with these liberal ass, these corporate ass Democrats that be in office, and that can hold you up. So Gal just, she says shit and like, yo, this is what I mean with her unqualified ass. She said, yeah, that's all the good stuff. But then she getting ready to go down the list of the stuff he just said that he's got in progress of getting ready to happen, or he already has done it. This is how incompetent she is.
Returning $9.3 million back to workers and small businesses that have been ripped off by mega corporations.
Yeah, that's all the good stuff, Mayor, but people will talk about the promises that you made during your campaign. 3 of your signature issues: universal free childcare, freezing city rents, making city buses free. Promises haven't been materialized yet because the rent isn't frozen, the buses aren't free, no universal childcare. And so New Yorkers are saying, you know, it's been 100.
Listen, Gail, he just talked about some of that stuff, and that shit takes time. You gotta move money around. Certain shit ain't gonna be getting done. Like that shit ain't easy to do, even if the voters think that. I don't give a fuck. Because that means you don't know how policy works. You don't know how shit works, how shit's supposed to happen. We live in this fast-ass era where everybody think, oh, they want to see everything comes fast. Politics don't work like that. I need people to understand that. Politics do not work like that. If you get your candidate in there, they're not going to fix everything right away. Not a president. I don't give a fuck who it is. That shit takes time. And you got to deal with other people that's against what you about. You could have voted for a candidate, but it's still people in there that's against what you voted for. And he got to go in there to fight for it. That shit takes time. The fuck are you talking about? And just because y'all voted him in there does not stop. You need to get better police chiefs in there. Make sure y'all get a better governor. Make sure y'all pay attention to who's on the city councils, who's the lieutenant governor, the state congress. You better make sure you get the right people in there so you can get some of this shit passed faster and easier. So it just don't stop. You got Mamdani in there. You guys got to pay attention and get your ass out to keep voting. And educate yourself on who the fuck is running for what. I can't stand when people say certain shit out their mouth and they don't really understand shit. The shit don't stop because you get one person in there, man. Fuck. Listen, people got mad at the governor of Maryland, Wesley. Got mad at him because he turned down a Democrat policy that they could have got passed because they got the governor to do it now. And it was about reparations, but it wasn't about actually literally giving black people reparations. The shit was about just passing another policy to move forward of researching it. Kind of like, man, we passed that. How are we gonna give these reparations to these black folks? That's what we need. All this keep researching this shit. Y'all should have been had this shit done. But that's the shit I'll be talking about. Because my wife said, he was like, I say, boo, you don't understand. You don't pay attention to politics like that. You don't even know what that policy is. And she just looked at me, well, I still don't like him. Like, come on now. Like the fuck out of here. Sometimes I don't even like talking to my wife about politics because she don't know, she don't be reading them policies like I do. You get what I mean? And I'm not knocking her for it. I'm just saying. But I just don't like when people do that. You don't know what the policy really is. Do it really matter? If he'd have said yes, it wouldn't have mattered. No, we still wouldn't have got no motherfucking reparations. Anyway, let's move on. He told them to go back to the drawing board and come back up. But where the money gonna come from? Where we going? Who can get it? You get what I mean? It's almost like what California is kind of doing. Like that's where the governor want. Democrats be like, come on, we got the power. Fuck is y'all doing? Because they got the votes. Shout out to my brother Game in the building. What up, Game? Let's move on, but let's move on.
Days, why haven't you done it? What do you say to that?
Well,
Because the campaign promises were big for a lot of people.
as they should be, because New Yorkers are facing a big crisis in
Yeah.
affordability. So I'll go through one by one. We said that we would deliver universal childcare. On day 8, we announced that agreement with Governor Hochul. For the first time in New York City now, we are delivering universal childcare for 2-year-olds. 2,000 this year, 12,000 next year, every single 2-year-old by the end of year 4. We said we believe that the rent should be frozen for New Yorkers who live in rent-stabilized housing.
Now, mind you, this is why you don't let people like Gayle King be speaking. Because he's breaking all this shit down that actually already has happened. Right? Now, she basically, before he even started speaking on this shit, she basically was saying, let's talk, okay, we talk about all the good stuff that you have done, but let's talk about the stuff you promised the people that, some people saying ain't got done. Who are these people? Or is it you? Or the motherfuckers the corporations that whatever got you out here saying that bullshit? Now he breaking the shit down. But anyway, that's what I mean. She's corrupt, or she's unqualified to be asking them these questions. Or she could just be both. But either way, Gayle King should not be even speaking about this shit or interviewing him.
In New York City now, we are delivering universal childcare for 2-year-olds. 2,000 this year, 12,000 next year, every single 2-year-old by the end of year 4. We said we believe that the rent should be frozen for New Yorkers who live in rent-stabilized housing. There's 6 vacancies on the board that determines that. We filled those vacancies. They're going to make their decision. They're an independent board. They'll make that decision this summer. And then we said that we would speed up the slowest buses in America and make them free as well. And we're proud to say that we're already speeding up buses for more than 1 million New Yorkers, putting 6 minutes back in their pockets, which, as you know, in New York City, time is money. And we're working with Albany to make them free. And so what I would say when we look at these 3 main campaign promises is we're seeing the kind of progress.
Right, and what he's saying is that shit takes time. Because he just can't go in there and just do whatever the fuck he said he promised he was going to do. That's like going in a job, right? And say you interviewing for a position, right? And there's other candidates there. And they say, well, how are you going to make, you try to get the supervisor position or just say the manager position. How are you going to make things work? Right? First of all, you got to do your homework. You got to do certain things, right? To see if you actually can do the shit, right? Then when you come up with the proposals and all that other shit, even though the person that's interviewing may like to say, look, we want him in there. You get in there, it's going to be pushback. People are not going to like what you probably going to present to put out there to change things, to fix things. That shit takes time. So you got to work on people, or try to get people on your side and be like, look, this will work. This is easier for the workers. It'd be easier for us. The profits will be better. You have to go in there and work with people, regardless if they on your side or not. If you just go in there and not hear the people that work with you or under you, then you might as well get your own company. But you just can't go in there and just, okay, I promised all this shit, so I'm just gonna go in there and I'm gonna get all this shit. That's not how, first of all, that's not even how life works. But that's not how politics works. That's not how policy works. So for people impatient, being impatient, or he promised this, he didn't get it done yet, that shit take time. These motherfuckers act like they can go in there and do it. No, you can't. Why do you think that Donald Trump in his first administration, he didn't really get shit done? He ain't getting shit done. You notice he ain't getting shit done now. Because he don't He just want to go in there and say, look, y'all gonna do the fuck I want to do because I'm the president. He don't want to work with the other side. He don't want the people that's on his side that work with the other side to get shit done. So look at how the country is right now. Because of shit of how people be thinking, you just get in there, he just gonna do everything. He's signing all these executive orders. Don't mean shit. Because when them shits get to go to court, they get debunked, they get the courts say no, you can't do that. Because they gotta go, a lot of this shit that he doing executive orders on, you gotta go through Congress for that. A lot of these executive orders, people, are unconstitutional. So you need Congress to make them be law. But I told you, people don't even understand how executive orders work. But anyway, let's move on.
We're told was impossible, and we're doing all of it while also accomplishing the same thing that we said we would do before even affordability, which is public safety. And that is a key part of our agenda.
Hold up.
Mr. Mayor?
And if I ain't mistaken, the government still shut down, right? The TSA workers. Trump tricked these people to come back to work, and they still ain't getting paid. Trump ain't paid them. He ain't paid them. But they had a policy, Democrats had a policy just to pay TSA agents, federal workers. They had a policy for that. By itself, Republicans was kind of on board with it. Trump called, no, we're not doing that. Because this ain't about the people. This is not about them people. This is about Trump. Trump's so goddamn stupid and ignorant is that if he was smart about it, he'd say, look, I called the Democrats, they proposed something. I wanted to hear it, brought them to the office. Us and the Republicans, we sat down with the Democrats and we looked at the policy. We looked at it and, okay, we like that. We got some things in here we like. The number one thing is to pay these TSA agents and these federal workers. And we can work on everything else to reopen up the government. But right now, our main focus as a country, as a party, as the other side as well, our main focus is to help the people. He's so goddamn divisive and stupid and so much of a fucking narcissist that he don't even know, he don't care. So he don't understand, like, this shit can help you too. People be like, well, the American people would be like, well, Trump is the one, he signed it, he sat down with him. Even though the Democrats, they can use it, but he can say, look, I got some things in there, I wanted a little something. But our main focus, regardless of the Democrats came up with it or not, we wanted to pay out TSA agents and our federal workers. I'm on board with that. It's about the people. You can't be mad at Trump for that. But Trump is a fucking narcissist. He's so goddamn stupid. And he got a bunch of yes men around him that regardless agree with him and just as fucking ignorant and stupid and selfish as he is. And a narcissist that he is. They ain't even thinking about these people. Let's move on.
I want to widen the lens a bit. After your campaign win, there were a lot of questions about whether Democrats across the country could have similar success. Do you think it's possible a democratic socialist platform can translate into something that's electorally viable in a statewide election or a national election, given that, according to Gallup, many older and rural voters still have issues with the label socialist?
You know,
Listen, I don't really give a damn about, I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm not going to say it. I respect my elders. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I respect our elders. I don't care because they living back in the day. They still thinking that you can go out here and go out back, excuse me, and get a switch off, off the tree branch, slice that bitch down, cut it down, and beat children. So listen, listen. A lot of these people, I don't give a fuck. They living in, they mind stuck back in the past. That's why I said, for me, I like talking to young folks, right? I like talking to young people because listen, keep you sharp, keep you up to date, updated, and understand that times has changed. It ain't the same how shit was for me back in the day. I keep saying saying principles that I try to teach them and get them try to listen to, but they their own people. They in their own generation. It's their generation. Nigga, I'm just here. Listen, I told all the young folks, I'm just here for support. I respect you, you respect me. That's how I go. But listen, we was back in our time, that was our time. But you don't want to be the old motherfucker. Times has changed. Shit ain't back like how it used to be way back in the day. Bunch of motherfuckers like, listen, with they old thinking, right? They have allowed the 1% to come in and buy everything. That's why you see a lot of local businesses, they don't last long in this day and time because the older generation allowed this shit to happen because they kept voting against their own livelihood and allowing the 1% to steal from us. Just think about it. They tell you that the 1% pay more in taxes, but they still richer than us. How the fuck is that? That don't even make any sense. They pay less in taxes than we do. They always do. They got loopholes and shit. It's always been there. Trump just made it even more easier. So, listen. When people losing their business and shit, gotta sell their homes and trucks and shit, like selling their own shit, is because you voted for the 1% to get money, to take your money. That's all it is. Shit, excuse me. Shit went down the wrong pipe. Shit. But yeah, like, that's why it mind boggles me about people like that. Like, even MAGA people, like, that shit mind boggles me because they don't even understand how the fucking country really works. They thinking about, or you let a corporation bring in jobs back. If the conditions are still fucked up, they still not, like, giving you raises and shit like that, then you fucked. You still in the same predicament that you was when it wasn't jobs there. They still underpaying you. Just saying, like, people don't really get it.
Form can translate into something that's electorally viable in a statewide election or a national election, given that, according to Gallup, many older and rural voters still have issues with the label socialist.
You know, what I find is that New Yorkers ask me less about how I describe my politics and more about whether my politics includes them. And I think what we can see is that a Democratic socialist...
Right, and then you got to think about it. The Democrat Party hurts themselves because you have people that's supposed to be Democrats and liberals that is still running around pretending that socialism is bad. It's not. It's not bad. It's how you use it. Right? Like, it's like capitalism. Capitalism is not bad. It's how people take advantage of it and use it. If you use it in a bad way, then people get taken advantage of. Bad shit happen to people that's less fortunate or people that's working 9 to 5s or working paycheck to paycheck. Yes, it's going to hurt people like that. But they act like socialism, people just, everything's going to be free. Everything in the fucking country can't be free. If that's the case, then nobody works. What the fuck anybody will work for? If socialism means everybody do not work and you get everything free, the country will go bankrupt. We wouldn't have a fucking country. Because who's going to work? Who's going to do the labor work? That's why everybody acting like they so joyful about AI. That shit is going to replace a lot of shit. So you thinking that ain't no jobs coming back? It's going to be a lot more jobs that ain't going to come back. You know why Trump didn't create any jobs? You know why? It's because of the AI shit. I told y'all this shit damn near close to a decade ago. Come on, man. The shit right in your face and you can't, people don't even see it because everybody don't. That was the one thing about the pandemic. The pandemic made motherfuckers sit down and pay attention to what the fuck is going on. Everybody is just out moving. Let's move on.
Politics is one that should be judged on its delivery, like any ideology. And what we're showing in this city is we can pursue the big things like universal child care and do the pothole politics at the same time that we're showing, and not just filling in the potholes, changing the catch basins, but also repaving over 1,000 miles of roadway.
But Mr. Mayor, presidential and statewide elections are often decided in battleground regions that do not look like New York City.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, well, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? That ain't Democrats' fault. That ain't a Democrat socialist fault. That's not a liberal's fault. These motherfuckers are ran by red Republicans. Why are you trying to blame socialism on people using capitalism to oppress their own people? That's not the same. Listen, you know what I tell a motherfucker? When he said that, I said, look, whose fault is that? Because if I were in a red state, this is what I'll be proposing. And this is what I'll be trying to get done. And like I said, it depends what state you live in. Because if you live in a red state, that infrastructure is fucked up, the main thing you want to do is bring more jobs. I mean, number one is to put money into infrastructure, so the infrastructure, because the infrastructure helps. So then the big businesses will want to come because it's infrastructure there. People will move there from different states. It brings jobs. That's what infrastructure does. If your infrastructure is good, then the big businesses, the tech business, whatever it may be, they will come there and build on the infrastructure to make it even better. So that create more jobs. That makes the community bigger. But listen, the reason these red states a lot of times be fucked up, they don't like socialism and all. Mind you, these are the same states. Number one, these are the same states that rarely got hospitals in. So, I mean, literally, do these people really care about universal health care? They don't even care about they got hospitals that's shutting down. Soon Trump got in office and they passed that big beautiful bill. And once that bitch kicked in, I told you around November last year, what happened? I did the research on this shit. A lot of fucking hospitals and clinics shut down in rural states and rural counties. Because those people can't afford health care. But you got rid of the government, of the money that was helping to keep them hospitals and clinics there. It's gone because Trump cut Medicare that these people was depending on. How you blame socialism for that? That's capitalism. Using it in the wrong way, which Republicans do. That's what they don't tell these fucking ignorant ass MAGA people. And you know the bad part about it? Because you hear these MAGA people, they come out now and they mad at Trump and they switching on Trump because they losing shit and whatever. They got to sell their properties and they got to sell their trucks. They got to sell their homes and they got to, you know what I mean? They hurting. You know what you don't hear from them? You know what you do not hear from these people? Or why that happened? But you know what? They'll go to the right wing, you know, channels and mainstream media television shows, and they listen to these people, and these people will tell them it's the Democrats' fault. What? Democrats don't even run your state. Trump the president. How the fuck your hospital was gone? Democrats didn't cut your health care for your fucking your clinics and your hospitals to close down? Or businesses leaving out your community? They got nothing to do with Democrats. They're not even running your state. They're not your mayor or your governor. These people, listen, but it's because, listen, a lot of this shit is because of racism. They so racist, they blinded by racism. Just trying to tell y'all, man.
Repaving over 1,000 miles of roadway.
But Mr. Mayor, presidential and statewide elections are often decided in battleground regions that do not look like New York City.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Before I was the mayor, I was an assembly member of Astoria and Long Island City. At that time, I was told that you could only be a Democratic Socialist in Northwest Queens. Then I became the mayor. Now the next question is the state. Then the next question will be the country. I think that this is a politics that can flourish anywhere because frankly, there is only one majority in this country. That's the working class. And it's time we have a politics that puts them at the heart of what it is that we're pursuing.
Listen, I love Mamdani optimism. I love that about him. And I don't think he's optimistic to the point that where he's blinded by optimism, like he don't see real shit. Listen, all these people that are poor in these red states, it's their own fault. Just like if you got poor cities in Democrat states, that is Democrats' fault, the voters' fault. That got nothing to do with the other side. Because the other side, if you believe it or not, especially if you're looking at it as a Democrat, looking at a Republican, you want a Republican to come in and do what? They're just going to steal from you. And they're going to steal from you right in front of you, and you think they're doing some shit because they ain't going to give you shit. They're going to pretend that it's something. Democrats may give you crumbs, but giving you something. But at the end of the day, it's on the voters. You can't keep blaming Republicans. I say this shit about Republican voters. You can't keep blaming Democrat politicians for how your state is fucked up or your city fucked up. Listen, and that goes for Democrats and fucked up cities or whatever going in a Democrat state. It's who you're voting for. It's the Democrat that you're voting for. The one thing I can say about Democrats is that you got different types of Democrats. On the right, you got one. They are all the same. They all think the same, regardless of some of them got a problem with Trump doing certain shit. What Trump is doing is just flexing. He feeling himself. And he ain't got nothing to lose. Trump don't give a fuck. He know he ain't going to prison. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him. Trump is in a position that where, nigga, I don't give a fuck about this country or you. And that's how it be with some of these politicians. You think they be caring about the people when they know, all right, well, you ain't gonna vote me back in, but I'm gonna go get a cushy ass lobby job that's gonna pay me hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. Kristen Sinema, same shit. Like these politicians, like that's why I say you gotta. It's up to the voters. We gotta do our. We gotta listen. We gotta educate ourselves. We gotta do our part. We keep trying to blame these fucking politicians for everything, but it's who you voting for or you not voting. You can't listen. If you ain't voting, you can't complain about nothing. I'm just being honest about it. If you're not educating yourself on the people that's running for something that's supposed to be representing you, if you're not doing your homework on them, then you have no reason to complain. Let's move on.
I think that this is a politics that can flourish anywhere because, frankly, there is only one majority in this country, that's the working class. And it's time we have a politics that puts them at the heart of what it is that we're pursuing and not as part of the appendix.
Hubby stopped ejaculating prematurely.
I used to think finishing too early was just something I had to live with. I tried it.
Can we talk about President Trump for just a second, and specifically your relationship with President Trump? I think you guys raised a lot of eyebrows and people were like, we weren't expecting that, because both of you seem to enjoy that moment in the Oval Office. What is your relationship with him today? Do you talk to him on a regular basis?
I would say the two of us are in touch. We've had a number of meetings now in the Oval Office, and we are honest, direct about the fact that we have many disagreements. There is one place of agreement that we have, which is that we both love New York City. And that's, I think, something that is at the heart of every conversation we have. It's how can we make this city better? Because both of us have said publicly that the better the city does, the better we feel.
Were you surprised that the two of you seem to get along well? Because most people thought, no way these two are going to work. No way.
I think in many ways it's a New York story of people who have vehemently differing views and have said many things about each other and can also still work together on the points of agreement.
You're vehemently
And
different.
see, and let me say this, and I'm gonna tell you why Mamdani is in a good, like he's in, like he can. People ain't mad at him for sitting there talking to Trump and going there and you know, to the White House and having conversations with with Trump. Because Mamdani said what the fuck he said about Trump. I guarantee you, he said it to his face. And Trump probably said the same shit. Real recognize real. But look, sir, we got our differences. But look, I'm trying to make New York better. What's up? What we can do? That's it. But I'm not going to push your agenda that's against my agenda that I promised the people. I'm not doing your shit. And that's the difference. Mamdani, yeah, I sit down with Trump. We talk. That don't mean shit. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. I had no problem with him sitting down with talking to Trump, with him talking to Trump here and there. See, the one thing about Trump is Trump wants to be loved, right? He wants to be recognized. Mamdani, he's a smart person that understands, like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about you. I give a fuck about the people. So, look, is you going to work with me to help fix this state or what? If not, then okay, cool. I think he's not really literally saying that, but how he moves and the shit that he's doing in New York, that's basically what he's saying. Yeah, if Trump want to sit down and talk, and we can come to an agreement on certain things that ain't going to hurt the people, then I'm okay with that. But if he just going to be calling me because he dislike this and dislike that, I don't give a fuck. This is what it is. And how much y'all want back that Mamdani is not talking to Trump like that. He's not talking to Trump like that. He out there trying to get shit done. He not worrying about no motherfucking Trump. Let's move on.
Views on the war in Iran, for
Absolutely. I'm deeply opposed to the war. I think it's something that should be opposed not just on a political level or an economic level, but frankly a moral level. We're talking about spending close to $30 billion to kill thousands of people an ocean away, while we're told that we don't have even an ounce of that money to help working class Americans across this country.
Have you spoken to him specifically about that?
It's no secret of how I feel about the Iran war. The president and I are very honest about those disagreements, and I'll give you another example.
But I know it's no secret that how you feel because you've told us, but have you two had a conversation about that specific issue?
We've had a conversation.
Why would it matter? Do it really matter? Because Trump feel the way how he feel about it. Mamdani feel the way how he feel about it. Mamdani is the mayor of New York. He can't change Trump's mind. He can't. There's no policy he can pass. He's not the president. Trump the president. Or did you talk to him about it? What do it matter? Well, I know how you feel. Did you say it to him? What do it matter if he said it to him or not? Trump. One thing about Trump, he know where Mamdani stands. Mamdani, let's just say Mamdani ain't say nothing to him about it. Mamdani been publicly saying he's against the shit. Means nothing to Trump. Means nothing. They acting like Mamdani can go in there and change Trump's mind. Of what? And this is what I mean by Gayle King. Why are you asking them dumbass questions like this? Have you told him that? What the fuck are you? Do it matter? I asked him, do it matter? Would it matter if I said it to him or not? Why? Would it matter to you? But it wouldn't have mattered to him. He the president. I said what I said. He know how I feel. I'm not going to tell him that. He already know. This motherfucker, like, they be asking stupid ass questions, bro. And that's what I mean. Like, she's unqualified. She don't even need to be talking to him.
Those disagreements, and I'll give you another example.
But I know it's no secret that how you feel because you've told us, but have you two had a conversation about that specific issue?
We've had a conversation about a number of issues, and that includes our disagreements on foreign policy. And I'll keep the frequency and the nature of those conversations private because that's the premise of them. But I will tell you that in those conversations, it is
right. And listen, and her uninformed ass, it's certain shit that the conversations they had. She want him to say what the conversations was, what he actually said, and all, getting the details. He's not going to tell you that. No politicians, unless the shit went real left, then they may come out and tell you. But they still won't tell you everything that happened in a conversation they having with the fucking president. They're not doing that. That's from any party. Whoever the president is, they're not going to do that. Because listen, and he's right about that. It's certain shit. He know how I feel. I told him he know my foreign policies. I told him. But you having a conversation with somebody, it's certain shit y'all talk about, you be like, all right, just gonna leave between y'all. But he know where I stand, nigga. You know I'm gonna come out and say I'm against that shit. And vice versa with him. He with it. So it is what it is. Oh my God, she's so incompetent. I mean, not incompetent. She's so unqualified.
And I'll keep the frequency and the nature of those conversations private because that's the premise of them. But I will tell you that in those conversations, it is one that is driven by actually being candid. And the last time that I sat with him, I was there to speak with him about the potential of the federal government to invest in what would be the largest housing development this city had seen since the early 1970s. In the same conversation, I mentioned to him, President Trump, that just this morning, ICE had detained a Columbia student, I told him. And I said that this was part of a pattern of 5 individuals who've been detained in or around Columbia.
That story.
And I put the list over to him. And then 30 minutes after that meeting, he called me and said, I've made the decision to release her.
Your administration, speaking of the president,
and I'm going to tell you something. Democrats, regardless if you're socialist or you're liberal or you're progressive, you need to learn what Mamdani is doing. Right? He said what he said about Trump in the campaign. It's over. He won. Now he got to go deal with this motherfucker. Look, hey man, blah, blah, blah. He ain't going to tell you exactly what he said. And Trump looked at it. Trump, I'm going to release him. Release the person. See, you got to know what you're dealing with. I think Mamdani knows how Trump is triggered. Real talk. I believe he knows how Trump how he moves. He knows what trigger Trump and what doesn't trigger Trump. Trump is not complicated like people think. He's not complicated. And people and a lot of Democrats keep forgetting that. Listen, you don't have to work to have open conversations with Trump. You can do that. But the one thing that you do not see Mamdani doing, he doesn't go out and to the point that way you see him all the time out there going after Trump. He the mayor now. He don't give a fuck. He the mayor. He don't care. I'm here already. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do in my state. But if I got a state issue, I need to reach out to you, then I'm going to do that. But like I said, it's different from people that's in Congress. Because you're just not dealing with Trump. You're dealing with all the his little minions and shit. That was part of the fucking Congress. It was like Governor Westmore. Trump was supposed to, all the government was there, but he didn't invite him. Right? Now, you know why he didn't do that? It's because Trump is a racist when he want to be racist. I don't think Trump is a full-blooded racist. I think he's a bigot, but I don't think he's a full-blooded racist. He did that because the governor criticizes him every chance he get. Every chance he get, or Trump name comes up or whatever, right? And he goes after Trump in a certain type of way. You do what Mamdani is doing. Hey, he know where I stand. We disagree. He know where I stand with stuff. I don't like that. You know that. But it's a way he does it. Motherfuckers really, these candidates is running for shit, or the candidates is to deal with Trump. Motherfuckers need to look at Mamdani. Because you can say what you want. Mamdani getting shit done in New York. And he still got that connection. He can reach out to the White House. Ain't a lot of Democrats can do that. I'm just saying. And I don't think he's naive to who Trump is. It's just that he knows how to work this fool. This fool is, he knows Trump ain't that damn bright. But anyway, let's move on.
It's a plan to eliminate racial inequity in city government, including addressing pay disparities, anti-racism training, other things. The president's assistant attorney general for civil rights called it fishy in a tweet. She called it fishy and illegal. What is interesting about this is your administration is being accused of scrubbing references to diversity, equity, and inclusion in this report. Did you do that to appease the president?
What we did is we inherited a report that had been diluted by the prior administration, one that hadn't even been released, had been stonewalled for hundreds of days. And we strengthened that report because, frankly, the truth is, and that many New Yorkers know, that we can't speak about the affordability crisis if we're not also speaking about the way it's been intertwined with the history of racism in this city. The very same neighborhoods that are being hit hardest by rises in rent and affordability are also the ones that have been overlooked by city government time and time again. So we laid out this plan that's both a racial equity plan for how government can do better and also a true cost of living plan. Now, if you have federal administrative officials who are saying that this looks fishy or illegal, I wouldn't trust their barometer of what's fishy or illegal because they've been doing a lot of fishy and illegal things in the name of the law.
Can we get your take on that?
See how he does that? You see how he just did that? He said, listen, hey, and he broke it down first. And then he said, they talking, you hearing from them, they already, it sounds like they already been doing fishy shit. Now I'm doing something fishy. And he broke down on how it took them hundreds of days or some shit like that for them to even get the type of information supposed that came out. Why was that? And now it's fishy that he's investing in that. He's looking at that shit. And then he comes with a plan. Like he said, I didn't paraphrase it. He said, I didn't like downplay it. He's like, shit, I upgraded it. I went along with him, what was there already that was talking about the discrimination. And I went even farther with it. Listen, let's move on. And see, never mind. Let's move on.
A story that's making national news of police officers, the undercover police officers
In Brooklyn.
in Vlad's neighborhood, who you can see physically beating a man. Turns out this guy apparently hadn't done anything wrong. I want to get your reaction to this and what you think should be done. It's very tough to watch. We say it's disturbing, heads up, very bad, but as mayor of the city, who's in charge of the police department, what do you say about this?
It is
You and the commissioner, yeah.
It is incredibly disturbing and it is unacceptable. What we are seeing on this video is the kind of behavior that should never be condoned. And I not only have made that clear, the police commissioner has made that clear. It's being investigated as we speak because as New Yorkers see this is not what it looks like to deliver safety or justice in this city.
I know, but whenever we see video like that, that's always the line. It's disturbing, it's upsetting. I think people want to hear, what are you going to do about it?
These officers have already been shifted in their duty. They've already been put on desk duty. And the point of this investigation is to ensure that we get to the entire set of facts here so that they're actually held accountable. Because no one in government should be above accountability. And that includes myself as well.
Mr. Mayor, before you go, Governor Captain.
And listen, and that's how you got to do that shit. Is because, listen, understand, I think, I say for me, I can't speak for other black folks or other people. Shit like that happens because I told y'all, people keep acting like, oh, the Latino, I'm going to get into that. Latino people act like, black people still ain't dealing with racial profiling and we still ain't getting beat in these streets. Like the nerve of the hypocrisy of these people acting like, because ICE doing what they doing. Like, nigga, please. Listen, I think at this point right now with black people, all right, you say y'all investigate that shit. The problem is, the reason the shit ain't moving as fast is because black people ain't out there marching. That's why. And that's why you see these cops, they so emboldened to do what they did to this brother in Brooklyn. They know they on video. They literally don't care. Because they know this shit gonna get stonewalled some type of way. It's gonna take long. Like real talk. It don't take that long to investigate shit like this. But without people being in the street and really turn some shit down, they don't care about people marching like that. Like you see all the marching they doing with the ISIS shit. That shit don't matter. But see, black people smart. We get it. We get it. They want black people to go out here and tear some shit down and march and tear some shit down. Fuck this fucking city up or fuck a state up and fuck a country up. They want it because we know that that's what Trump wants us to do. So he can make he come out with a state of emergency so he can shut the country down so there ain't no elections. We know what's really going on. That's why when these Latinos, these white people talk about, we need black people to come out here. No, you don't. Because you don't want, first of all, number one, you don't want us out there. Because we ain't coming out that bitch just to protest. We gonna turn some shit down. Real shit. We gonna make statements. You motherfuckers ain't making no statements. All that, listen, I'm not condoning people burning down shit, and I'm not condoning rioting in a certain way, right? But sometimes some shit gotta get burned down. Because you look at, if you think I'm lying, excuse me, look what's happening, all this protest they doing with ICE. When the Black Lives Matter movement, even with some of that shit, then you see some of them cops getting killed and hurt. Do y'all hear about even these cops or these ICE agents getting hurt like that? No, you don't. Sometimes they gotta get fucked up and get killed. It happens. So they can take you serious. There's a possibility that that can happen. It's more you than them. But look at they protesters and look at what Black Lives Matter did. Look at the King's rally, all that shit. It's all peaceful. Okay, cool. Don't mean shit. Because ain't shit getting burnt down and ain't none of those ICE agents getting fucked up. Just being real. I'm not condoning people to get hurt and get, I don't want the violence, but I'm just saying, look, nothing getting done. They done killed them two white people in Minnesota, and ain't nobody talking about that shit no more. What happened? Shit, I think I just seen some shit. Minnesota just came out. They just charged 2 ICE agents with felony charges or state charges, and they just was pointing guns. But these motherfuckers killed people. They killed 2 white people. Nobody gives a fuck. They over it. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Now listen, don't get me wrong. The shit gonna come. Oh, them ICE agents is gonna get arrested. Listen, they going to jail. But it shouldn't take this long. Just trying to tell y'all, man. But the reason to all the Latinos, all the immigrants, all you motherfuckers out there marching and shit, the reason you don't see black people out there because we know that's what Trump and his administration want. If we come out there and we march and we do whatever we do, because when we come out there, bitch, we ain't playing. And some shit start getting burned down, get fucked up. That's all Trump want. Shit, we probably just come out there peaceful. They gonna send motherfuckers to come to burn some shit up. Start a riot. They did that shit with the Black Lives Matter shit. So we know the game. And then that's not just gonna fuck black people up. That's gonna fuck y'all up and fuck everybody else up. That's all I'm saying. You think black people, we don't care. We care, but we've been here before. We know what's going on. It's affecting y'all, and y'all care now. It's not that black people don't care like you think we don't care. It's that we being smart about it. We see the big picture. We know what Trump trying to do. That's why you don't see us out there. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back, people. Let's get back into it.
Hochul has been adamant about not raising income taxes on the wealthy, which is key to getting much of your agenda accomplished. How do you get her on board for what you're trying to accomplish?
Well, I'm actually really excited that you asked that question. Just a few days ago, the governor announced that we are going to be pursuing the city's first ever pied-à-terre tax. This is a tax on secondary homes owned by non-New Yorkers that are worth more than $5 million. We're talking about oligarchs from across the world. And these are homes that when they're built, developers even tell local elected officials, don't worry, it's not going to be an increase in city services because no one's going to live here. We're going to be raising $500 million for the city directly from this new pied-à-terre tax. And it is a clear example of not only a system of taxation that has been hurting working people, but now one that will be fairer by taxing the wealthiest just a little bit more.
You still enjoying this job?
I am.
You are?
It's
Yeah, he's enjoying the job because he know the fuck he doing. Yo, goofy ass, you don't know shit. I can't stand that woman. Gayle King gets on my goddamn nerves. I swear, because she's so unqualified. You only in that position because of Oprah. Seriously, I'm being dead honest about that shit. All right, people. Let's get into this thing, and then I'm getting into my brother. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it first. See if I can find it real quick. So I think I know what he's talking about. Okay. Okay, I see it. All right, I got it. All right, so I got it right there. Let's get into this. Now, this is gonna be real short, then we're gonna get into my brother LT shit that he sent me as far as the one of the FBA dudes confront Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton on some shit. But this is why the Latino community, see, you need to check your people. Right? The motherfuckers that's good folks. Good Latino brothers and sisters. But this is partly the reason that you don't see black people out there with y'all. I'm just being real. Like, to see, this is the problem. And then you be getting mad at FBAs and motherfuckers like people like me. I'm not FBA, but I agree with a lot of the shit they say. Like, nigga, like, this is what we talking about. As a black American, like, nigga, this is what we talking about. You motherfuckers be wilding. Like, show some goddamn respect. But anyway, let's get into this.
Recently, Cardi B, and I don't really talk about her too much, but recently Cardi B, and I don't really talk about her too much, but Cardi B has, made a statement during one of her concerts where She stated that, it wouldn't have been for, Black Americans, Latinos would not be comfortable in this country the way they are now. And this one Latino gentleman had a big issue with Cardi B saying that.
Listen, I say this for us as Black Americans that's in this generation and the generations, after me, that's younger than me. That's why I get upset and sell out Black people that goes against their people, right? Because they're our elders, bro. We wouldn't even be in the position that we are in. Listen, when I see niggas that sell out Black folks, excuse me, they was the Black people that was selling out our ancestors that was actually trying to fight for us to be in the positions that we in. So when I see these niggas, I'm like, yo, do you understand you are just like those niggas? You're not like our ancestors, the ones that were standing with our people and fighting for our people. You're not them. I don't know why you think that. But that's why I'm insulted by that. That's why I get upset about that shit when I see sellout coon ass niggas, the Stephen A's of the world, the Candace. I was like, what the fuck are y'all on? You're not helping. You're putting more of a target on our back. You gotta tell us we gotta shuck and jive so white people can feel, I guess, comfortable or safe around us. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Or allow us, instead of us, they going off our resume or how good we are or giving us an opportunity, we got to shuck and jive for that. No, I'm not doing that. Anyway, let's move on.
Pick this out.
Cardi B saying that if it wasn't for Black people, Hispanics or Latinos wouldn't be living comfortably in the United States, it's a bull of crap. Because you're talking about the same Black people who campaigned to have us deported all last year, the ones who said...
First of all, sir, Black people are not even on that type of time unless they sellouts. You can talk about the sellout, you talking about Candace Owens and them type people. We don't fuck with them. And then second of all, sir, okay, listen, if Black people have said that, it's because of people, shit that like people like you, Latinos like you, that been saying this bullshit. See, y'all don't take responsibility for what your people do. What some of your people do. If Black people were saying, hey, nigga, I said it. Hey, for you, just you said this bullshit out your mouth. Hey, yeah, deport his ass. But I ain't out here siding with people. I ain't siding with Trump and them to deport you. Black people did not vote. You know what? I can't stand these people. I can't stand these people, man. Because it's almost like they trying to play in our face. Sir, we didn't vote for ICE to do what they're doing to your people. Okay? And it's people that look like us that are foreigners. We didn't vote for that. But you know who did? People that look like you. Half of your people voted for this. So what are you mad at us for? We didn't vote for this. I don't give a fuck how many Black people you heard say we want them deported. We didn't vote for it. And let me just say this. to make it very clear to your ignorant ass. You stay your ass all watching social media so much to where you get certain black folks that say certain shit. Because these motherfuckers are not, a lot of them, or some of them, are not qualified to even be speaking about what they even talking about. Or what you talking about. And like I said, sir, black people we're not pushing for you to get deported. Or people that look like you to get deported. We're not pushing for that. Why the fuck would we do that? But people like you, that's Latino, yeah, deport your stupid ass. Because you ignorant as fuck. I'm trying to figure out what they mad at the black people for. We didn't vote for this shit. Everything that's happening to you and your people, we didn't vote for it. We already proved that we didn't vote for this shit. I don't give a fuck. Certain black people came out on the internet and said certain shit. Don't matter what we vote for. Is we calling ICE on you? No. You know what it is? Your own people and white folks. Have you seen the video? That where we see Latinos and we say, look, we calling ICE on y'all ass. You ain't seen a video like that. You seen a video of certain black people that may be upset of people like you just keep disrespecting us that said, deport them motherfuckers. Or you got coon ass niggas saying that shit. And we don't fuck with them. Like we don't fuck with people like you. The fuck are you talking about? And see, that's the thing. You see that bigotry come out, you grouping all black people like we all with that. You can't say that. Just like I won't say all Latino people voted for Trump. But half of y'all did. That's a fact. But that don't mean I take that shit out on all Latinos. Or group all y'all saying, all y'all think that way. Like, what the fuck you on, bro? This is what I'm saying about some of these Latino motherfuckers. You mad at the wrong motherfuckers. You mad at the wrong motherfuckers. Them niggas, even if you want to talk about the black ICE agents, listen, we're ashamed of them niggas. We're ashamed of them niggas. Listen, let me just say this too. The FBAs do not speak for all black people. Just like I won't sit here and say I speak for all black people. The fuck are you on? Stop being be mad at certain black people. Don't be mad at all black people because all black people don't think that way. The fuck is wrong with these people? They stuck on stupid. He sound like he's slow anyway. Let's go back a little bit.
Talking about the same black people who campaigned to have us deported all last year, the ones who said we're gonna sit this one out. We owe our accountability to
Yes,
them.
we said we sitting it out. What are you mad about? Yes. A lot of us said we good. A lot of us said ain't no unity. If half of your people, just think about this. See, oh, I swear some of these people stuck on stupid. Imagine if half of our people, black folks, we voted for Trump. How would that look? That would look like half of our people are okay with these people being deported. all the fucked up shit that Trump is doing. That means half our people is okay with that. That ain't half our people. We didn't vote that way. We voted in the 80s, the 90s against this bullshit. Men and women. Black men and black women. It wasn't even close. But it was your people, though. Half of your women and half of your men. And as a whole, half of y'all. What the fuck are you mad at us about? Your people voted, half of your people voted for this. Fuck you mad at us for? So when black people say, hey, you on your own, what you mad about? Check your people. Don't come over here checking us. We don't owe y'all shit. The fuck wrong with you? We just said, y'all on your own. We weren't about our shit. Just like y'all race do it all the time. And different other nationalities and cultures do it in this country. And now you mad at black people because we like, yo, we got to worry about our, at least we had the decency and the respect level to tell you where we stood. Y'all don't even tell us that. Y'all just do it. Don't say nothing. And then try to pretend we all, we all, you know, we all on the same page, or we allies. Try to pretend we are. But at the end of the day, you're not. Fuck out of here with that shit. Anybody can get out there and march for some shit. It's what you do in that ballot box. That's what mattered to us. Sorry. We ain't black Americans. Listen, we born in America. We got ancestry goes deep down hundreds of years in this country. You motherfuckers, hey man, you motherfuckers first, second, and third generation here. We know how this shit works. So no, you half of your fucking people cannot vote for your own oppression, and then you get mad at us because our people didn't vote for y'all oppression, but then we seen what y'all did, or half of y'all people did, and we like, all right, we good. You're on your own. You think? Let me put it this way. You think black people would have been like, hey, you know what? If let's just say 70% of y'all didn't vote, voted the right way, and there was that 30%, we give y'all a pass for that. Because we understand we got some of those same stupid motherfuckers in our race that vote against their own livelihood, vote against their own people. We get that. We ain't stupid. But 50%? Nah, bro. Nah. No. And that's why black people, we actually was being nice. Because we kind of was basically, you're on your own. Basically, y'all need to talk to y'all people. What are y'all doing? Y'all voting against us too. Why haven't your people voting against us? We got a problem with that. It ain't our people. We didn't vote 50% for us to be oppressed or anybody else. You can't put that on us, nigga. Fuck you on. These people stuck. Yo, I swear to God, they stuck on stupid. You trying to find somebody. Blame them white folks. Blame your own. Stop blaming black people. Stop getting mad at us because we said what we said, and we meant what we said. A lot of us. We said what we said and we meant it. You're on your own. Fuck wrong with you. And we explained it to you why we said it. And why we doing what we doing. Don't give a fuck. You get mad, get gladlocked. Don't matter to us. Because it don't matter to you and your people. Fuck. Now it matter. Now y'all care about what we said. Did y'all care in that ballot box? No, you didn't. Your ass went, half of your people went out there and voted against you. Your own people and us. And a lot of other marginalized minority groups. The fuck, we supposed to be okay with that? No. Sorry, little nigga. Let's move on. Motherfucker, like he's slow.
Campaign to have us deported all last year. The ones who said we're gonna sit this one out.
Then he lied and say we campaigned for them to get deported. What? Who voted for you to get blacks? That was, I don't know. Candace Owens in there? We don't. Look, dude, you slow. Matter of fact, I get it. You slow. Let's move on, y'all.
We owe our accountability to them. And I'm sorry, but the only people who Latinos and Hispanics, illegal immigrants, or any kind of immigrants owe their accountability to is to the hard work that they put in. Because
yeah, okay, you can say that all you want, don't mean shit. Because if that meant anything, well, why is it more than 50% of white people want to get y'all the fuck up out of here? Why is it, okay, if that's the case, then why is it 50% of your own people want to get y'all the fuck up out of here if it's just about y'all hard work? And a lot of y'all ain't commit no crimes. Y'all just illegally. Ain't nobody tripping, bro. Don't try to blame black people for this shit. See, and that's always they shit. That's that white supremacy. And this is why black people said what we said. What are you blaming us for? We didn't vote for this shit. What's happening to you? We didn't vote for it. We wasn't okay with it. We ain't okay with it now. We just said, hey, talk to your people before y'all come over here asking us for help again. We tired. We need a vacation. Get your own people out there. Don't keep trying to use us. And if you can't understand that, then fuck you. That's how I feel. My people been putting in work. You talking about, oh, we got our comfortability off of hard work. Well, who the fuck you think built this country? Our people did. So what the fuck are you talking about? And you acting like only your people work hard. We work hard too. And still get disrespected by people like you. The fuck you talking about? You don't appreciate, y'all motherfuckers don't even appreciate black people, black Americans in this country. And then you get mad at black Americans for calling some of y'all people the fuck out. The fuck out of here with that shit. This shit made me angry when I seen it. I was like, yo, what the fuck he on? Fuck he smoking on crack cocaine? And hold on, and let me say this too. Just because some of y'all think this way, it don't hurt our feelings. It ain't gonna make us get out there or get on platforms that we get on and say anything different than what the fuck we said. It ain't hurt our feelings. What they won't tell you is that all them ICE agents out there fucking with them is people that look like them. It's their own people. Their own people voted for this shit, that what they going through in their community, and the people that's out there violating them like that is people that look like them. Fuck we talking about it. You mad at black people. Continue to keep going. We good. You ain't hurt our motherfucking feelings. Our motherfucking feelings, we got the truth to back up what we saying and how we feel. We don't give a fuck about y'all bullshit, y'all fake ass outrage. Or you want to blame somebody. Let's blame the niggas. Let's blame black Americans for their own people shit. Or what's happening to them. They want to blame us for what's going on with them. Man, suck my dick. Fuck this dude and fuck anybody that think like him. And now they mad at us. They mad at us, people. They mad at us, black folks. Come on, man.
Hispanics, illegal immigrants, or any kind of immigrants owe their comfortability to is to the hard work that they put in. Because black people are not going out and working for me and giving me their paycheck. That's white people who you're referring to. That's the race that enslaved them. That guy.
Okay, well, cool. That's cool. Well, understand. Now they're trying to be real. He's trying to be real disrespectful. Oh, black people own shit. And don't get it twisted. We hire some of y'all people too. Okay? But you ignore that. But okay, fine. The white man, the racist white man doing something for you. Well, do you know that the racist white man that you talking about that pay you, get you money, right? Because black people, we don't get you shit. Right? Okay, cool. You know, they abuse y'all labor-wise, take advantage of your own people. Even though you talking about that's hard work. No, that's part damn near slavery of what they doing to a lot of y'all people. That's undocumented. You don't give a fuck about that shit. Okay? Now, you say, well, black people ain't give you none. No, it's the white people. Okay, well, you know that the white people is the one that is in control. The racist ones that's in control, that's deporting your people. That got nothing to do with black people. We ain't got no power to do none of that. Huh? You don't see a black mayor that's a Democrat or anything like that pushing for that. Like, what are you talking about? You delusional ass, slow ass Latino dude. What the fuck are you on, man? Like I said, you can keep blaming us all you want. That's what racist white people do. They blame black people for everything. Every time something go wrong in their life, they blame us. And now some fucked up shit that y'all fucked up. And it's like with racist ass white people. When they fuck up some shit, they want to blame black people. Try to put the focus on us. Nigga, we got nothing to do with none of what y'all talking about. You can see, y'all can make videos all y'all want and keep on trying to blame black people. All you want. Disrespect us all you want. Got nothing to do with why the fuck y'all being deported. Or why ICE doing what they doing to y'all. Got nothing to do with us. You can be mad at us all you want. And that's why we ain't taking our ass out there. Ain't hurting our feelings. Because we know the truth. Y'all the ones stuck on stupid. But like I said, remember all the shit that y'all saying. Oh, because black people, we ain't going nowhere. But we coming back. We gonna come back. I told you karma's a bitch. Just remember all the fucked up shit y'all saying. See, the problem is you've been taking black people for a joke for a long period of time, and then now we stand on business with some shit. Y'all on your own. We ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Now y'all mad. That shit don't feel good, do it? Y'all did it to us. A lot of different nationalities and different races of people did it to us. Come over here, get comfortable with them white folks, side with them, vote for them, do policies that go against us, and do these motherfuckers and be racist and bigoted to us. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all. Or you can say a lot of y'all. And then now the black people, we like, oh, okay. Enough. We done. Listen, I'm gonna say this to all Latino and all the different races of people, minority people that come from different continents, that's migrants or whatever, whatever it is, illegal or not. If your people getting deported, it's because of you. Got nothing to do with black people. Can't blame that on us. And I know y'all trying to do that because that's the white supremacy of what this country always teach you, to blame the black people for shit. But this ain't our fault. It is proven. It's documented. We got facts to back it up. This is not on us. But anyway, let's move on.
Nothing to do with us. And Hispanics earn their money. They wake up early, go out, work, and earn their money.
And mind you, and you see what they saying. He's acting like, oh, black people don't wake up early and we go out and make our money. These people acting like dead people ain't committing crimes. It ain't no cartel. The biggest gang in the world, top 5. It ain't a Crip of Blood. Ain't no Crips of Blood is a bigger gang in the world. They ain't even close to it. Not near one black Crip of Blood gang is bigger. But you know who is? The cartel. Mexicans. Like, nigga, please. You want to come here and talk down to black folks? The fuck out of here, man. We far from the biggest gang in the world. You motherfuckers got a whole country. The cartel runs the whole Mexico. The fuck are you talking about? Man, you smoking crack cocaine, man. Crips and Bloods ain't even in the top 5 of one of the worst gangs in the world. We ain't even, as far as black people, we ain't nowhere compared to that. Shit, you got white people that's Bloods or Crips. Latinos, Bloods, and Crips. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nigga, we always open, even on the violent, stupid, ignorant shit. We embrace y'all. What the fuck are you talking about? You can't get no Mexican, can't get no cartel. You can't be a part of the cartel if you black. How much you want black? The Italian mob, you couldn't be a part of that. Fuck are you talking about? Please stop. Those stupid motherfuckers always trying to act like black people is their enemy. We ain't your enemy, motherfucker. You motherfuckers turn us into your enemy because of white supremacy. Stop acting like you like black people like that. Please stop. You mistreat the dark-skinned black people that's in your culture. That you want to be mad at us. Please. Anyway, let's move on.
That's who they owe their comfortability to, their hard work. But saying that Hispanics or Latinos owe their comfortability here in the United States to black people when they're actively campaigning to have us get kicked out is just comical.
Sir,
first of all, let me just say that. We actively doing that? How are we doing that? Because you watching some shit on the internet where some people are just ignorant, black people that saying certain shit like that are ignorant to it, or you not understanding why they're saying it. And like I said, I'm just going to put it this way. You know what I'm going to start doing to some of these minority groups? I'm going to do you like we do white supremacy. Right? You think black people got that much energy, that much time in their life to give a fuck about promoting or campaigning, like he was saying, to get y'all deported. Motherfucker, we got our own issues that we're dealing with this white supremacy, racist ass government. Like, motherfucker, you think we worrying about y'all like that? You smoking crack. Crack cocaine is good to these people. I swear these people crazy, man. Black people don't really give a fuck about shit that y'all think we care about. When you take a sound bite or you take certain black people saying certain shit and you think we all like that, you know that's some bigoted shit, right? That's what black people been doing. Like he said, black people been campaigning to get people that look like him deported. You know how bigoted that shit is and racist that shit is? And then he want to sit here and act like while black people, and he probably get some feedback or whatever, because I don't know. I would look the dude up. I would let's fuck about it. But even the same of I'm getting all this backlash from all these black people. It's because you show racism. You ain't say some black people. You said black people been campaigning the last year of trying to get you people that look like you deported. Are you fucking out your mind? But it's okay. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. These people, listen, they ungrateful. A lot of them ungrateful and disrespectful, and then they mad that black people said you on your own. This is why. This is a prime example of it. See, don't come over here trying to check us, bitch. Y'all need to check y'all own people. Just like we try to check our own. That's why we get out on the Candace Owens of these type of coon ass niggas, and even some of these FBA niggas. So-called pro-blackness. I'm so black American. Like, nigga, you niggas ain't pro-black American. Because these niggas don't even really understand that shit. But anyway, let's move on. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. We're going to get into that shit about what my brother LT said. All right, people, I'm back. Let me get this clip. Oh, shit. Fuck. Yeah, but hey, man. They can keep that shit to themselves, man. And just like I said, I ain't never mad at all Latinos like that. Let's see that. And what he was saying was like I said, it's some bigoted racist shit. You can't be asking black people for their help and then disrespect us. And then try to group us all because certain black people said certain shit. You can't do that, bro. Shit bullshit. But anyway, let's get into this clip.
We spend a lot of time really trying to help people out, to help them understand politics, to help them understand how things actually get done. And there was a clip I saw that was posted on social media of a brother who asked this question. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and play it right here, y'all. Okay, all right. So listen to this. I just want y'all to just listen. Okay, so listen to this.
Briefly, we have to get going in one moment. Step up, tell us your name, and briefly, what's on your mind?
Hey, yo, as I look around this room, if you're 35 years old or younger, raise your hand. 4 people. So here's the thing. Y'all in trouble. Yesterday you had Al Green up here talking about we need a Secretary of Reconciliation, and then that's going to include what he said was reparations, which, by the way, wasn't reparations. Reparations is more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening. All of y'all in here, with all due respect, you're beautiful, but you're old. You're not talking to the youth. You don't know how to talk to the youth. You're trying to tell us what to do. We're not having it no more. So if you want our vote, you got to come with our paper. We're not scared of Trump. We're not scared of anybody. Biden is a racist. Trump is a racist. Kamala is a racist. And if you don't have our money, you don't get our vote. Yeah, not. Who are you? Oh, all right, yeah, so like I was saying, I'm going to land my plane right there, but the Democrats are no better than the Republicans. No check, no vote. Y'all take care.
Listen, and let me say this about the brother. A lot of shit that he said wasn't false. The problem is that what I'm hearing is that this nigga knows nothing about politics. And let me just say this. And what I mean by that is, understand, he said, all of y'all old out there. Right? But understand, you're disrespecting your elders that's in the power. You work with them and you express your frustration with them. And understand the certain platforms he was on, and he felt like maybe that was his time to express himself. And I get that. The problem is that you can't disrespect your elders like that. Not on that type of platform. Because listen, to disrespect them in that way. Listen, he could have just said they're a little out of touch. He didn't say, oh, y'all all old out here. Like, dude, what are you doing? These are your elders. These are your elders that are still fighting in their own way, and it may not be quicker for you. It may not be how you want them to move. I get that. But these are your fucking elders. You gonna talk to your mom like that? Your daddy, your uncles like that? Your grandparents like that, nigga? No, you're not. You're gonna show some fucking respect. And this is the problem I have with the FBAs. These so-called, I'm pro-black niggas. Like, y'all niggas, y'all kill me with this shit. You're disrespecting your elders, man. Listen, I had to work on that shit. I'm not sitting out there saying I ain't never make that mistake. But listen, my young brothers and sisters, my age and down. Listen, man. We have to talk to our elders better. Let's sit down with our elders and say, look, you're a little out of touch. Let us fight. Let us get in that fight. And they can teach us how to move in the rooms too. We can still do what we want to do, but we got to know how to move. This nigga just sound like he just was mad. There was nothing behind that I actually gave a fuck about what he was saying. Because, listen, yeah, he said some things were true. What that mean? So you telling black people don't go out and vote. How's that going to help us? All you doing is putting more. You say, oh, climate, they all racist. How the fuck you gonna say Vice President Harris is racist? The fuck is wrong with you? Listen, I always tell y'all, listen, I prefer black people to be with black people, to get with black folks and like in relation. But if a black woman or black man get outside, long as you about your people, I don't really give a fuck who you lay down with. And some of you pro-black niggas need to stop that shit. Nobody give a fuck. And listen, and half of them niggas be fucking white girls. Fucking outside their race. A lot of them be fucking with biracial women. That's part black and part white. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Anyway, but let's move on. Just hearing that, I was mad offended. Just because of the young brother. He's not fully wrong, but it's a level of respect you're supposed to have for your elders, man. Especially on that type of platform in that environment. You disrespecting people and talking about, hey, don't disrespect, but you already disrespected them. Well, we ain't scared of Trump and we ain't doing all that. Well, we helping Trump if you telling black people not to vote. That's what racists want us. That's what white supremacists want us to do. They want niggas like you to tell black people to get behind. We shouldn't be voting, even for Democrats. But they both racist. Both parties wasn't no good through hundreds of years. One party was at certain times was better. It was a period of time where both parties was equally racist. Like people like goddamn, use your brain sometimes and stop using your emotions and really think. You're telling people not to go out and vote. They don't give us reparations. They don't give us this. We ain't voting. What? So we'd rather not have nothing to where the police go around and beat us and nothing happens. Because that's partly what's happening now. And imagine you put all these Republican MAGA people, even in Democrat states. And now they're really terrorizing the black community. Are you crazy, bro? Y'all motherfuckers, y'all don't think. Y'all don't think. A lot of y'all don't think. But let's move on.
Who are you?
And hold on, and let me say this. This is what I don't like about some of these brothers either. They talk real gangster to us, but they ain't running up on Trump. They didn't get the chance to run up on them MAGA people like that. They're not even running up on them like that, but they'll run up on us like that. You'll run up on your own people like that, though, but you won't run up on them MAGAs like that and get tough with them. Like, that's what bothers me, too. But let's move on. Because he's like, who is you? Nigga, like, what you want? What you going to do something? Like, what's wrong with these people? I mean, what's wrong with some of these Negroes?
Trump, we're not scared of anybody. Biden is a racist. Trump is a racist. Kamala is a racist. And if you don't have our money, you don't get our vote. Yeah, who are you? Oh, all right, yeah, so like I was saying, I'm going to land my plane right there, but the Democrats are no better than the Republicans. No check, no vote. Y'all take care. And somebody get my man a tissue. He need a tissue.
All right.
Hold up. And let me say this too. Okay, cool. Let's just say you get reparations. Okay, cool. You gonna stop voting? Or everybody gonna get to start voting again? No, they ain't. And a lot of niggas gonna get that money, and let's just be real, they gonna get that money, and they gonna get out there and they gonna spend that money and act like they don't care about nothing about politics because their life is good. You see it now. You see some black people do it now. Long as nothing affecting me, I don't give a fuck about what the fuck going on with the rest of the world or others. And it's not just black people, it's people in general. But let's talk about our people. Yes, it's going to be people that get that fucking money, and it's going to be a nice percentage of black people that get that money. Let's say they get reparations. We all get reparations. Now you're going to get out and vote? You know the crazy shit about it is that what you would think what black people would think about is taking our money and building our own party. Put the money behind that. But you know what niggas gonna do? Not all, but nice percentage. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna go out and pay all them bills and ball out, and you know. That's what's gonna happen. It's not to downplay all our people gonna be like that, but I'm just saying it's gonna be a nice little percentage that will do it. Instead of investing that fucking taking care of your bills, of course that. Taking care of your livelihood, setting your people, I get setting your family up, I get that. Taking care of your peoples, I get that. You're gonna go out and spend money to give back to the white people. A nice percentage of y'all. You ain't going to invest that shit into a black movement. So, oh, no money, no vote. You ain't going to vote anyway. And then this dude probably don't vote anyway. So now he telling other people not to vote. Fuck out of here with that shit. Anyway, let's move on.
So I saw that, and a couple of people actually posted that on their Instagram accounts. And I asked a very basic question. How do you get a tangible before the election? You don't. You get a promise. Someone can say, this is what I'm going to advocate for if you elect me. Okay? So let's just say...
No. I'll go deeper than that, what Roland is trying to say. I go deeper than that. Because think about this. If you're not educating yourself, I mean literally educating yourself about the person that you're going to vote for, then what we talking about? You're not putting the time in, spending the time in to educate yourself about the person that you're going to vote for. So, I mean, what do it matter? I'm going to tell you, this is why former Vice President Harris got a bad rap. And number one, she ran against Biden and she said it's kind of bigoted, called him a bigoted racist. And that shit backfired on her with a lot of black people. Because then you turn right around and worked in his cabinet. Part of his administration, he made you the vice president. Which, my honest opinion, she shouldn't have took. But I get it. It's ambition. I get it. Right? But that's how she fucked herself over. So that's why a lot of black people look at her a certain type of way. Then on the second part is, even outside of that, it's almost like you was the token black person. You was token, they put you in that position because the DI matter, all that shit started coming up. Oh, she's just a DI, they just put her there because she was black. Ignoring that the woman is highly, very qualified. right? But what we pushed as black people, we fucked her over too. So it better be a black woman. It better be a black, especially a black woman, and put a black woman there. We could have said a black man. That probably would work better in our favor. Cause how fucking male chauvinist this fucking country is, and it don't matter what color skin you are. A lot of men in this country is male chauvinists. So it already fucked her up with that. No disrespect to women or black women, but y'all kind of fucked that up. And then when Biden fucked this whole shit up, Democrat Party fucked it up, waiting too long to like, yo, you gotta get the fuck up out of here. They throw the black woman under the bus. She basically got thrown under the bus. And that rubbed black people wrong. A lot of black people the wrong way. Not enough that we didn't vote for, but it did rub us the wrong way. Even though we did vote for. Okay? So listen. The sister looked like she was just a tool. Vice versa her. She just looked like she was a tool. They used her. And that's what it looks like to a lot of black people. So we look at her, not all, but some black people look at her, she sell out. Sold us out. You're a token black person. That's how we look at it. And maybe she didn't think that, but that's how it looks. That's how it came out at the end of the day. So you get a brother like this, say some bullshit out his mouth. Oh, she a racist too. Listen, she got put in a complicated situation from even our own people. And that's a lot of times we gotta be like black people, we gotta understand that without people being put in fucked up situations. She was in a fucked up situation. We ain't gotta agree with her. She fucked with a white man and all that other shit. She fucked with black men too. It wasn't like you acting like she just only fucked with white men. She found who she wanted to rock with. Listen, I tell you this all the time. It's very weird looking when a woman, regardless of what race they are, and they in public figures or some shit like that, and they don't got no kids. It's weird. It's very weird. People look at it as weird. Even for men, to a certain extent. Not like a woman, but for a man, even for a man, like, this man ain't got no kids. And then you find out where he leave his money at. Right? And then it didn't really look that good on her behalf. She got no kids. Because she mad at ambitions. I get ambition. I get that. But that shit, the look of it don't look right. Of, okay, she got no kids. She got step kids. They white. Shit don't look right. It don't look right. And I told you, listen, black people want to sit there and pretend that we're not bigots or we don't pay attention to color or nigga, we pay attention. It matters, color matters. That's why a lot of you niggas got a problem with Vice President former Vice President Harris or fucking with that white dude. Seriously, stop trying to pretend that ain't a problem. It is. And it looked at a certain type of way. She ain't got no kids, and these white kids, they are kids. Like, and then the mother, that shit was weird. That's some white people shit. Right? To a lot of us. For me, it's different because I'm more mature and I've been around a minute. You get what I mean? I know how shit is. Right? But to a lot of motherfuckers, no. Then you bring race into that? Yeah, that's difficult for black folks. Some black folks. But Yeah, that's why a lot of these niggas feel the way they feel about Vice President Harris. And then the lies came out talking about she was locking up black people for no apparent reason and shit like that in California. Like, come on, man. It's a lot of fucked up shit there. I said this shit a while ago. I said this is the reason why I got out. Like, I used to be a part of the clique. That shit is cult-like. Whatever them niggas was down with, regardless if they was right or wrong, I was with it. Right? Because that's what comes with that street shit. It's no different now in politics. I'm not, so I don't be a part of no party. And I don't be a part of some of these niggas' movements. But, you know, FBAs and all that other shit. I ain't gotta be a part of that to be with my people and shit like that. Nigga, no. You trying to get me in a cult where we all gotta think the same. No. You niggas don't think outside of what the fuck you believe in. And that's what you hear from the brother. He's angry. He got that thought process. That's what he believe. It's a cult that he believe in. The FBA is a cult. I just need y'all to know that. Honestly. Nation of Islam. Same shit. Cult. Because realistically, if you really think about shit, shit ain't as simple as they try to make it. It's not simple. It's very easy to get in a cult than to be a real motherfucker that live life and be a free thinker. It's hard for that. It's hard to do that. But these motherfuckers out here, they're not just bloody with all this shit. It's easy to get into groups. We all believe in the same thing. You feel safe. I ain't scared of no motherfucking FBAs, nigga. Fuck you. Like, I'm black. You can't take my blackness away because I don't agree with you. What you think I should agree with? But that's that bullshit that they do. They all in the cult. When I talk about black Americans, nigga, I'm not in the cult with that. That's just reality. I don't agree with every all black people. I don't agree with all black Americans. Like, the fuck? That's the stupidest shit to say. But there's certain levels that, nigga, we don't cross. See, that's the problem. Anyway, but I'm going to let Roland say a little stuff, something, and I'm getting the fuck up out of here.
Someone running for a House seat says that I'm going to advocate for you for that reparations check. Got it. What then happens if that person running is a Democrat? Because I haven't seen one Republican who supports reparations. What happens if that person loses? Who's advancing the issue? Now let me flip it. What happened if that person in your congressional race wins, but nationally Democrats don't win another 217 seats? That means that Republicans are in control of the U.S. House. Your bill will not even get to the floor. Okay. Let's say you're...
See, breaking that shit down, trying to be simple about it, but I'm going to leave it as this. I'm done with the conversation because it's irrelevant. I'm not irrelevant, but it's a waste of my fucking time. Right? I said this shit earlier about Mamdani. Listen, you can vote for whoever the fuck you want to vote for. And then get in there. All right. You think they got all this power. They're going to go in there and do all this other shit. They one person. There's a whole bunch of other people that got the same type of power that's against with the person that you ran against. They can just go in there and just do it because you think that they should be able to do it. It's complicated. It's more complicated than you think it is. And this is why I say, at the end of the day, I need people. I don't want to discourage people of what I'm saying. I want people to understand you have to get out and educate yourself about politics and how it works. You have to do that. Because we will always be sitting here being mad at some shit that we ain't got no business being mad at. And it doesn't stop the person that you voted for that they gonna go in there and do everything that you think they're gonna do. That's not how the country works. That's not how politics works. That's not even how your state works or your city works. You want change, nigga, we gotta consistently fight for change. Even if we get that person that we want in there, we gotta keep fighting. See, if you really care about the good of people and the good of your own, you gotta keep fighting. You just can't just say, we got this person in there and they should be able to do it. No, that's not how that works. Anyway, let's move on, people. Leave your comments, hit that like button, and support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.